जय राधा माधवा कुंज बिहारी
जय राधा माधवा कुंज बिहारी
जय राधा माधवा कुंज बिहारी जय गोपी जन वल्लभ गोपी जन वल्लभ यशोदानंदन जन जय ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य अष्टोत्तर शतीश डिवाइन ग्रेस एसी भक्तिवेदांत स्वामी शतोपाद
जय
अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय. All glories to assembled devotees. All glories to assembled devotees. All glories to assembled devotees. All glories, all glories, all glories to Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
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 Narayanam Namaskrityam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam
Tato Jayamudiraye Namaskarayesu Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya
Bhagavate Uttama Shloke
Bhaktir Bhavati Nishti
Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki
Nandanaye cha Nanda Gopakumaraaya Govindaya Namo Namah.
Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 5, Chapter 1, Text number 40. Bhusamsthanam kritam yena
Bhusamsthanam kritam yena
Sarit giri vanadhivi
Saritgiri vanadhivi
Simacha bhutanirvritte
Shimacha bhutanirvityaye
Dvipe dvipe vibhavasah
द्वीपे द्वीपे विभागशः भूसंस्थानं कृतं येन
भूसंस्थानं कृतं येन
सरीद्गिरिवनादिभिः
सदीद्गिरिवनादिभिः
सीमा च भूतनिर्वृत्तये
सीमा च भूतनिर्वृत्ते
द्वीपे द्वीपे विभागशः
द्वीपे द्वीपे विभागशः भूसंस्थानं कृतं येन
भूसंस्थानं कृतं येन
सरिद्गिरिवनादिभिः
सरिद्गिरिवनादिभिः
च भूतनिर्वृत्यै
सीमा च भूतनिर्वृत्तये
द्वीपे द्वीपे विभागशः
द्वीपे द्वीपे विभागशः Bhusamsthanam,
भूसंस्थानं
the situation of the earth.
the situation of the earth
Kritam,
कृतं
done.
done
Jena,
येन
by whom?
by whom
Sarit,
Sarit
सरित्
by rivers.
by rivers
Giri,
गिरि
by hills and mountains.
by hills and mountains
Vana adibihi,
वनादिभिः
by forest and so on.
by forest and so on
Sima,
सीमा
boundaries.
boundaries
Cha,
च
also.
also
Bhuta,
bhuta
of different nations.
of
different nations
Nirvute,
nirvrityai
to stop finishing.
to stop
Sorry, to stop fighting.
we stop fighting
Dvipe, dvipe,
dvipe dvipe
on the various islands.
on various islands
Vivavashaha,
Vibhavasah
separately.
separately
Translation and purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. To stop the quarreling among the different peoples, Maharaj Priyavat marked boundaries at rivers and at the edges of mountains and forests so that no one could trespass upon another's property. The example set by Maharaj Priyavat in marking of different states is still followed. As indicated here, different classes of men are destined to live in different areas. Therefore, boundaries of various tracts of land, which are described here as islands, should be defined by different rivers, forests, and hills. This is also mentioned in relation to Maharaj Prithu, who was born from the dead body of his father by manipulation of great sages. Maharaj Prithu's father was very sinful, and therefore a black man called Nishada was first born from his dead body. Nishada's race was given a place in the forest because by nature they are thieves and rogues. As animals are given places in various forests and hills, men who are like animals are also destined to live there. One cannot be promoted to civilized life unless one comes to Krishna consciousness. For by nature, one is destined to live in a particular situation according to one's karma and association with the modes of nature. If men want to live in harmony and peace, they must take to Krishna consciousness. For they cannot achieve the highest standard while absorbed in the bodily concept of life. Maharaj Priyavat divided the surface of the globe into different islands so that each class of men would live peacefully and not clash with others. The modern idea of nationhood has gradually developed from the deviance by Maharaj Priyavat. ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपा कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरोर्वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं सागरजातं सहगणा रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगणा ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्तस्वामिनिधि नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे। नमो महावदन्याय कृष्णप्रेमप्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्णचैतन्यनामने गौरकृते नमः। हे कृष्णा करुणा सिन्धु दीनबन्धु जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कान्त राधा कान्त नमस्ते। तप्तकाञ्चन गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। नीलाचल निवासाय नित्याय परमात्मने बलभद्र सुभद्राभ्यां जगन्नाथाय ते नमः। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यश्च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौरभक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। Hare Krishna. So we are discussing from the Canto 5, Chapter 1, text number 40. To stop the quarreling among different people, Maharaj Priyavata marked boundaries at rivers and at the edges of mountains and forests so that no one could trespass upon others' property. ईशावास्यम इदम सर्वम यत्किंचन जगत्यां जगत तेन त्यक्तेन भुञ्जीता मा गुरुजः कस्य स्विद्धान. This is the principle in which one should live in this world. But as long as you are living in this world, Isha, everything is owned by the Supreme Lord. Idam sarvam, yat kinchit, even the smallest things. Nothing belongs to us. Tena tyaktena bhunjita means whatever is allocated to me by the Lord, by the destiny, that I can accept as quota, my quota. And I should not encroach on others' property. With this principle, one is not bound karma. Kurvannevaha karmani jije vichichatas. न लिप्यते कर्म न लिप्यते नरे. That if one lives by this principle, then one is not entangled in the karmic reaction. As soon as one crosses his limits, then immediately karmic laws are there to bind the person. Of course, just to not live without karma is not the goal. It's to become Krishna conscious. By becoming Krishna conscious, one automatically becomes free from karma. Because in Krishna consciousness, one understands this principle that everything is owned by the Lord. And one is happy to just serve the Lord according to his desires. in the purport of Brahma's prayers, where he described Vrindavan process. Krishna consciousness means Krishna has given us, let us divide. Prasadam. Prasadam has to be divided among everyone. Krishna has given me prasadam, so let me divide. Why? I should only enjoy and others should die. Let everyone be happy. Let us make everyone happy. Sarve sukhina bhavantu, sarve santu niramaya. Sarve bhadrani paschyantu. Ma kaschit dukkhako bhavet. Ma kaschit dukkhako bhavet. Sarve santu niramaya. Diksha dukkha bhak. Dukkha bhak bhavet. Why anybody should become unhappy? Let everyone live happily and healthy. So that is how the devotee is meditating on. But as long as one is identifying himself with this material body and trying to enjoy the pleasures of this body, it's very difficult to appreciate and become this, come to this consciousness. Because nature of material body, material mind can never be satisfied. Anandamaya Vyasad. Everyone wants to be happy. But by identifying oneself with the body, the happiness concept is to satisfy senses and gratification. And because soul has a desire to enjoy unlimited happiness, the senses and mind demands unlimited gratification. And that can never be fulfilled. But when one has a spiritual understanding and one is spiritually identifying himself, then there are no such hankerings. Happiness, look for happiness is natural for the soul. But that happiness, unlimited, can be obtained when one is in the mode of service, seva. Those who are in the mood of service, always, they enjoy everything. Wonderful. They relish. But they don't demand it. Their mind and senses become completely controlled. And their happiness comes by their attitude to serve. In all situations, they are just thinking about how can I render service. And in the process, they relish everything. Those who are in the mood of enjoyment, the hankering of the mind and senses, they keep on increasing, and therefore one is not satisfied with what is allocated time. One's greed increases, greed of the senses. Jiva. Tongue become greedy. Lobho mai, lobby. Sudurmati. Then one's intelligence is lost. Then one want to somehow other use his intelligence to say that how others' property is mine. In the contemplative consciousness, one thinks that this is mine and that is also mine, or I'll get it by some ways. And that's what material world everybody is fighting. Competition. How one can usurp the other people's property, legally or illegally. First people try to follow legal ways. And if legal ways are not very legal ways. Some people they follow illegal ways only. Like thieves and rogues. Somehow or other their mind becomes corrupt and they think that everything should belong to me only. Now it is right. That's how the world works. So they come with their own philosophies and they just try to get as much as they can get by any means. How it's surprising how the thief thinks. That way everybody in this material world is thief. Because we have usurped Krishna's property. And we are thinking it's mine. Maya, illusion, helps one to think whatever he wants to think. By giving so many logics, reasoning, justifications. So as long as one is having bodily identification and disease conditions, just like somebody has got disease of worms inside the body. These worms eat everything, will eat, and person will never be satisfied, healthy. He puts the food and the stomach, the worms eat everything. So one's hunger is also not satisfied, neither one get nourishment. Same way these anarthas are also like that. The greed, no matter how much we putting inside the mind is never happy. It wants more and more. Lust also is like that. Pride, lust, all others are, they simply demand things. Senses demands and the mind demands. And therefore, material world means the place of quarrels. More one is on material platform, one becomes quarrelsome. That's why Kali Yuga means people are very atheistic. They don't follow the law of God. And therefore they fight. More one goes away from Krishna, fights will be more. Even they sometimes try to create a peace in society by some ways, but that will not last long. United Nations, UNESCO, they make it, and still everybody is trying to create nuclear bombs. Because that's the nature of this material consciousness. One is always insecure, one always wants to get everything for oneself. They try to find ways and means how I can get control, how I can get positions, how I can get resources. That is their hankerings. And no end for that. Even if one is given whole world, still this hankering will not go away. But one who has developed a consciousness to serve, such a person is happy in all situations. The happiness of such a person no one can take away. Material things are there with us or not there. That doesn't depend on our service attitude, doesn't depend on that. A devotee has developed service attitude, even if his body is not cooperating. He doesn't have much money, resources. One can perfectly serve Krishna. And Krishna is also like that. Bhavagrahi Janardana. If one has nothing, one can just sit down and just think about Krishna. And in the mind one can offer so many things. Like that. Pratishthanpur Brahman. He was so poor, so he used to sit down on Godavari river after taking bath and just think of serving the Lord. Because the Supreme Lord, he wanted to give him the best things. So in his meditation he would go travel different places, of holy places, get the best water from there, all tirthas, holy waters. And then he would, every day, he would actually meditate, fully focused consciousness. And therefore, everything was wanted to offer the best, not just some other completing things. He wanted to give him the best water for the Lord to bathe, and the best food items. He was to prepare, cook, also in meditation. That would take hours meditation. His item would cook with great devotion and with all details. Suppose he has to cook sweet rice, then he will get the best quality milk, best quality rice, and best quality whatever the ingredients are there. And then he will prepare the whole nice item. And then not only getting, then arranging the things, then cooking. He will wait till the time the things are cooked. And that's how he spent so many so much time for serving the Lord in meditation. Not just some other completing things and get rid of things. He wanted to give Krishna the best thing and give pleasure to Krishna. And because of his attitude to give Krishna the best things, he had no any limits because he was having nothing. Everything was in meditation. And the Lord would accept everything in Vaikuntha. On mental plane, he was doing all those things. It is not just for the sake of. If he had all these things, he was actually ready to offer all those things. Physically also. Just like Vasudeva, when he was in jail, after Krishna's birth, he was so happy, immediately donated 1 lakh cows to Brahmanas. And Prabhupada said that because he had such a sincerity to serve Krishna, he got the credit of actually donating the cows in meditation. But when he came out of the jail, he actually did also that physically. Sometimes people say that if at all I had something like this, I would have served Krishna nicely. And when they have it, they forget Krishna. People say ना मेरे पास होता तो मैं अच्छी सेवा करता था. I heard one story, I don't know if it's a real story or not, but it's a very instructive story. So once there was a person who was taken to the after his death, he was taken to the heaven. Although he was a very sinful person, he had always been very miserly, living for his own gratification. And one saint came, he saw the Devadutas, they are taking him to the heaven. So he asked about that person. They said that throughout his life he has always been very selfish, very sinful. But once in his life, he told someone who came to him asking money, if I had money, that I would have given you. Because of that, he's got this credit of going to heaven. So then, I don't know who was that person. Then he suggested that you give him another birth before you take him to heaven, and give him all these things, and let us see how he behaves. So he was again given birth on the Earth planet, and he was given sufficient resources and everything, kept under observation. So then, every time somebody would come to ask him something, he would always say that I would have done it, would always give excuse. And although he had the things, but he would always make an excuse. So that was a story like that. So somebody has sincerity means he is always eager to serve. And sometimes he doesn't have things with him. Then it's saying that, anyway one will do it in the mind. That's this Manas Puja is there, or this Pratishtha to Brahman. He was offering everything with such a sincerity. Means when actually it is there, one is able to do elsewhere. Or one is doing it enthusiastically. So therefore,